Each pair has to complete 20 rope climbs. There is no minimum work requirement, and there is no requirement as to how you need to break the work up. As long as each pair gets 20 rope climbs, they will be able to advance. James Newberry for the Pacific team. He is also the coach, working his way up. Keep your eye on top of the screen. The team that is in the lead will have its name highlighted in blue. In the white box will be the number of reps they have completed. The other teams, the number in the white box will indicate how many reps back they are of the leader. There are 78 total repetitions in this event.
Sean, I've noticed already, especially the US team, they're doing most of them legless at the moment to get that lead, and they're just getting up and down so much faster. You can see from Noah Olsen getting those knees as high as he can, using those hips as much as possible to propel himself up the rope.
Tanil Reed-Burline is on the right. Scott Panchik is now on the left as the United States is through 18 of their 40 rope climbs. Canada sits in second. The Pacific team and the Europe team are now fighting for third place. The winner of this event will get 6 points. Second place receives 4. Third place will receive 2. And then fourth place gets 0 points. So it's very important to finish inside the top 3 if you want to keep yourself in contention for the overall win here at the Invitational. There are 5 total events. 4 of them are known. 1, however, is not. Tia Toomey tagging off to James Newberry as the Pacific team currently sits in third place in this event.
Brett Fikowski using that extra height that he has got. Sean, you mentioned it earlier, that he is the tallest person on the field this weekend. And he's just getting his feet grabbing onto the rope and just having a bit of a stumble there. But every other rope climb, he's been able to stretch that entire body out and get a touch at the top.
The United States currently has the lead there through 32 of their 40 rope climbs, and Rory McKernan is with them.
Sean, that's perfectly according to the plan. I just spoke to Adam Knifer, the coach from USA. He said he broke this into 3 parts. Fast, smooth, together. He wants the athletes to get to the machines first for Team USA. Then they can smooth it out before they get to the worm. They did a lot of work with the worm. Remember, Adam Knifer has been in the CrossFit Games on a team for 9 straight years, so he knows what he's talking about once he gets to the teamwork portion of this workout.
Carrie Pierce is on the left. She just completed a rope climb. Tanil Reed-Burline has slowed down. She's on the right, but she gets credit for that rep. Scott Panchik and Carrie Pierce are done, and now Olsen and Tanil Reed are done, and the United States is first on to the rowing and the assault bikes. The men need to complete 35 calories on the rower. The women need to complete 20 calories, and then the men need to complete 30 calories on the bike. The women need to complete 20. They will switch when they are done. And every time an athlete finishes, they will get credit for 1 rep. Now Canada has joined the United States, Europe, and the Pacific team has reached the rowers and the bikes.
Sean, they've got to be really detailed in, and I'm sure Adam Knifer has done this with his team. There's no point rushing this portion of it because they can't move on as 2 onto that worm. They need all 4 there, so they need to make sure this synchronization is on point.
Tanil Reed-Burline on the assault bike for the U.S. team. They got to these implements first. They completed their 40 rope climbs the fastest. They did it in 2 minutes and 33 seconds. The men need to complete 35 calories on the rower and 30 calories on the bike, and the women need to complete 20 calories on each implement. So it's Panchik on the left, Olsen on the right, the 2 men on the rower for the United States. Carrie Pierce and Tanil Reed-Burline are on the bikes.
Jason Smith, he is a rookie coming in, but he is using those massive arms of his, and he has plowed through, just a little bit unsure to the rep scheme, but he is moving on to the row now, but he was the first athlete to get on after the air bike.
Canada has taken the lead as all 4 of their athletes finished their first set of calories. They have now switched, so the men are onto the rowers and the women are onto the salt bikes. The United States has made the transition, as has the Pacific team.
Mate, they need to do some work. They've fallen behind a little. The stage is not going to be any better set for them for this couple of hours down here in Melbourne. So they really need to move. They are now our current leaders, so they're doing just that.
The Pacific team has now managed to catch the pack. The true indication will be, though, once all 4 athletes move on to the worm, where they will have to complete 30 worm cleans as a team. 5 minutes gone by here in the opening event of the 2017 Reebok CrossFit Invitational. Europe and Canada's judges both have their hands in the air. That does mean that their respective athletes are just about done with their work. And now hands up for the United States and the Pacific team. Caroline Reason-Thibault has finished her 20 calories, as has Sandra Pacelli. So Brent Fikowski and Patrick Fellner need to wrap up their 35-calorie row. Fellner's done. Fikowski with a few more cranks to go.
And as we mentioned earlier, it was not the rope, not the stuff in the middle that was going to stop these guys. It was the stuff either end. Who's got more in the tank now to bring this worm home? And Canada just ahead of Team Europe.
Canada, the bottom of your screen in the red, they need to move that to their shoulders from the ground. They'll do 6 reps on the right shoulder, walk it forward, and then do 6 reps on the left. There are 30 total worm cleans. 78 is the magic number that they need to hit. So Canada is in the lead right now. Europe sits in second. The Pacific and the United States are fighting for third. Remember, the winner gets 6 points. Second place gets 4. Third place will get 2, and fourth gets none. Very key to not put yourself in an early hole. The Europe team has taken the lead. They are through 55 of the 78 total reps, but here comes the Pacific team as they are just ahead of the United States for third place.
Pacific had a great start to last year's Invitational and just couldn't seal the deal. They need to have another good start here, and they are making up some time. These guys have been living together for about a week now. They've been eating together. They've been doing pretty much everything together, and I know Rob has got a worm at his gym, and no doubt they have been using it.
Team Europe starting to run into some trouble here as they have moved into fourth place. Canada and the Pacific are fighting for the lead. The Pacific team at the top of the screen, Canada as at the bottom. These are the 2 most experienced teams in the field. And now here comes the Europe team. So the United States had the early lead. They are now back in fourth place. Pacific team is now through 63, now 64 of their 78 total repetitions. This is the battle for first place. Pacific on the left, Canada is on the right. And the Pacific team has taken the lead with 12 reps to go. They're about 1 rep ahead of the Canada team.
Their movement just looks so smooth. They are not rushing anything at all. And I know James, he's a massive team player, but it seems as though Rob is calling it from the back. The communication really important, especially with this really vocal crowd.
Now the United States has moved up. They are solidly in fourth place. They have a lot of ground to make up here. The Pacific team on to their final 6 repetitions, and for the second straight year, they are looking to win the opening event of the Invitational. Five to go, now 4 to go for the Pacific team. Canada 2 reps behind. One more now for the Pacific team. And the Pacific team takes event 1.
And the crowd absolutely loving that one.
Great start for them. Now Canada trying to lock up 4 points as they are in second place trying to hold off a charge from the Europe team. Canada is in. They will earn 4 points. And it's between the United States and Europe. As Europe is in, they'll earn 2, so the United States will start in an early hole. They will not get any points after this first event.
Well, first off the ropes, but they are our last team to come over the line and finish, and they have got some serious work to do over the next couple of events.
That is your winning team, the only team to go sub 9 minutes, 8 minutes 43 seconds for the Pacific team, and they win the first of 5 events here at Margaret Court Arena in Melbourne, Australia.